What's this, Mike? This sounds like the BWO music to me.
I thought they no longer existed, especially the way ECW is treating Supernova and Blue Meanie.
I don't know what's going on here, Daredevil. Ronnie, do you guys know anything that I don't know about tonight's card?
No. I don't know a thing. Everyone's looking around bewildered, and I'm the man on the inside. I know what's going down when it comes to the best of the talent today.
Well, we don't know what you're on the inside of, but this definitely is not on our format sheet right here. We see referee Johnny Graham making his way to the ring. Are we going to have a match here or what?
Wait, that's it. That's Johnny Graham's intro music.
Jesus Christ! That's Stevie Richards entering the ring with Jimmy Cicero.
I thought he was out of wrestling for good. I thought he was done.
The last I heard about Stevie Richards had career-ending throat and neck surgery. I had no idea he was going to be here this evening. The crowd very surprised by his appearance. There we see him accompanying the wise guy, Jimmy Cicero.
When you guys mention superstars, that's the original superstar, Stevie Richards. Let's go up to the ring with Steve.
I need to discuss something with you right now, Jimmy Cicero. Why don't you shut the hell up? Let me ask you a question before I go any further.
Stevie forgets Philadelphia, I guess.
Certainly has a long history in that town. I'm sure he won't forget it anytime soon.
I can't believe they're treating Stevie this way.
Go up to Dan Moreland. I don't think we'll get an official introduction here by Dan Moreland if this keeps up.
Not if the dentist up there is smart.
At 238 pounds, from New York City, wise guy, Jimmy Cicero! And his opponent at 224 pounds, from Washington, D.C., Julio Sanchez!
Julio Sanchez, the Los Barrio brother here.
I got to agree with you on that one, third degree.
Julio Sanchez, it should be pointing out, just last night won the PCW heavyweight title in Reading, Pennsylvania by defeating Tiger Khan. Be interesting to see if he can continue his winning streak here tonight with a man with the credentials of Jimmy Cicero, who claims to hold titles on 7 continents, but I think that that's false.
Hey, Jimmy Cicero. Wait, listen to this crowd chanting sissy. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. You know, last time I saw Jimmy Cicero, he was with his wonderful manager, Mr. Royce Prophet, who I have a lot of respect for.
Jimmy Cicero, politely asking that you please do not call him sister.
There we see referee Johnny Graham telling the fans not to call Cicero sissy. That certainly didn't work out.
I swear by my grave, to many people, it can't Cicero down me. I'm going to call you parole officer.
Julio Sanchez trying to get the fans behind him by calling Jimmy Cicero sissy. You spoke of the titles on 7 continents. Thank you very much, Ronnie Reigns, for letting me borrow that title defense he had in Antarctica just 3 months ago.
Well, I have that video at home. I have not had a chance to watch. There we see him back the eye away. Rams their heads together, does Julio Sanchez.
Typical kind of Pearl Harbor attack from that sort of wrestler there, Julio Sanchez. He's shown me absolutely nothing since he set foot in the ring. I've got nothing good to say about that guy. Not a thing.
Well, there you hear the official start of the match. We hear the bell ringing. Johnny Graham going to lay in the count on both men outside the ring. He's up to 2. Sanchez keeping up the sissy chant on both of them. Graham now going to the outside. He's going to tell them they have to get back in here. Julio looked like he was charging the ropes to go out after him. Here we see Stevie Richards getting into the ring. Now, these men have a history going back a few weeks ago in Steel City Wrestling, where Stevie Richards took off his shorts and began whipping Julio Sanchez with him, a stunt that landed Stevie Richards in jail for the night. Here we see a flying forearm by Sanchez, takes Richards to the outside. Cicero being very reluctant to get into the ring. Richards now caught into the ropes. Sanchez helps him out, and he ends up landing head first out on the floor. Johnny Graham again laying in the count on the men outside the ring.
You know, I just don't understand how much of a square match this is going to be, because obviously we've got Julio Sanchez and Johnny Graham in the same ring together, and we all know what happened before whenever they got in that 3-way with Handsome Frank Stiletto. I don't understand this.
I don't know. Johnny Graham certainly has been impartial all night here. We seen him in the match earlier on with Frank Stiletto. We wondered if there would be animosity between them two, and there wasn't. There we see the two of them exchanging words now, but it's just Graham telling him to back up.
I know at the big opening of the X-Files movie here, you should change your business name to X-Files Incorporated. Conspiracy this, conspiracy that. Ronnie Reigns, why don't you just say everything's a conspiracy and leave the broadcast booth for the evening?
Listen, the day you own your own business, then you come and talk to me.
Does he listen to anything I talked about? Does he have any clue, Daredevil?
I don't know if he has a clue. He certainly hasn't been paying attention to some of these matches tonight, at least not the same matches I've been paying attention to.
Hey, listen, Jimmy Cicero is a fine junior heavyweight champion of Africa. Why don't you just call it like you see it?
Well, I don't know what African titles I've held. All I know is that on 2 occasions he tried to win the NWA light heavyweight title from Devin Storm, and he was unsuccessful.
And you wonder why guinea pig mothers eat their young. But in Ronnie's case, he ate his mother. So did everybody else in the building, but we won't talk about that right now.
Here we see Sanchez fighting out of the side headlock. Cicero comes off the rope with a shoulder tackle, sends Sanchez down hard.
Daredevil, you had nothing to say about that. I guess you're also in the long line.
Well, I don't think we need to talk about Reno Riggins' mother any longer here tonight.
Ronnie Reigns. It's Ronnie Reigns, deviled ham.
Okay. There we see a beautiful move by Julio Sanchez. Sends Stiletto down hard to the canvas. No, that was wrong. Sends Cicero down hard to the canvas. Sorry about that.
Yeah, if you'd pay attention instead of like watching to count how many arm drags Julio throws, you'd get the match right.
It's an arm drag drop kick combination followed up with a hot stuff kick.
So far, we've not seen that combination been employed in this match.
Thank God.
Though we may see it later on if the going gets tough for Julio Sanchez. There we see, misses a chop. Sanchez up over, comes behind. Cicero into the ropes. Sanchez tried to pull him over into a pinning combination. He's met with a spinning kick by Sanchez, rolls to the outside. Stevie Richards going to go over to him.
In Julio's case, if the going gets tough, the tough go to the immigration office.
What's Julio saying? CC? Is he saying yes, yes? What is this? Speak English for crying out loud.
Por favor.
Yeah, beans and rice to you too.
Okay, Mike, we know that's not fair. We know he's Native American. He knows no foreign languages. Don't do that to him. We don't want to confuse him over there.
He was Reno Reigns, not Bobby Sixkiller there, Dave.
It's Ronnie Reigns, and I could own both of you with the casinos that Frank Sinatra left me in his will before the chairman died.
There we see a nice leg drop off the second rope by Sanchez. Cicero too close to the ropes. He only gets a 1 count right there before referee Johnny Graham breaks up the pin.
The only chairman you know, hey man, can you get a chair, man? Because your mother's knees are sore, man.
On that note, let's get back to this flying head scissors by Julio Sanchez. Takes Cicero down hard. Goes for a hit at Conrana. Sanchez has the firm advantage in this match. There we see a drop kick by Sanchez. Doesn't follow. There we see the arm drag. The famous Julio Sanchez drop kick arm drag combination. We've seen it come into play in this match.
That's pure excitement, Daredevil.
And you notice you're the only one getting excited for it.
I get very excited when I see that combination. Very exciting series of moves, absolutely.
And if you're looking for the latest in Viagra information, talk to Ronnie Reigns with Risky Business Incorporated. Let's go up to Ronnie.
You know, if you had any kind of commentary ability whatsoever, you'd be able to talk without having all those marbles in your mouth. And you know, no, while I'm at it, you know what? Julio Sanchez, you know, I didn't want to bring this into the light, but I've got some blackmail material on this guy here. You know what? This guy's a horse thief. He steals horses. I have proof.
Horse thief?
You know, they can still hang a person in Pennsylvania for stealing horses, you know.
Look at this. Here we see a hot shot by Cicero. Sends Sanchez into the rope. Russian leg sweep takes him down. I don't know where there's more violence, in the ring or up here in the broadcast position. I think it's going to break out any second between these two.
Just remember, you're sitting between us, and I know your history of neck injuries, Devilfish.
Devil fish, devil dog, devil ham. Do you got any more devil comments like Lucifer, Beelzebub, The Dark Knight?
No, but I was going to ask Red Devil here if he knew he had a brand of paint named after him.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Here we see Stevie Richards, a repeat of the incident that happened in Steel City Wrestling. He's taking off his pants and whipping Julio Sanchez. When I talked about that earlier in the match, that stint ended him up in jail the last time he attempted it. Surprised he went for it here again.
You know, if I haven't said it before, I hope Julio Sanchez gets beat like a baby seal.
Well, Stevie Richards definitely trying to do that on the outside. Thankfully has put his pants back on. Seeing a little bit more of him than I cared to see tonight.
He was giving us the Rob Feinstein look.
At least we know the answer to the question, boxers or briefs. Here we see a suplex by Cicero. Held him up in midair, then drops him down hard to the canvas. Cicero, though, not able to have the presence of mind to go for the cover. Finally makes it over. Wasted a lot of time there. Only a 2 count by Cicero. Look at this. Here we see Stevie Richards into the...
Oh, Stevie Richards with a Stone Cold Stunner.
Actually, it was a Stevie Stunner.
He was just trying to help Julio up.
Well, he's trying to help him up. Apparently, he must have slipped and dropped Julio right into a stunner on the way down.
That's how I saw it.
That's how you saw it. Perhaps you should take your nose out of your little notepad there and pay more attention to the match, because that's definitely not what happened. Cicero now sends Sanchez into the ropes. Cicero come in, but he's met with a kick from Julio.
And look, Stevie was trying to tell Johnny Graham there that he needs to take care of his hair a little better.
There we see Sanchez misses with the cross body off the top rope. Cicero appears to have him right where he wants him right here. Is he able to go for the cover? No, he's wasting time jawing with the fans again.
Hey, when you're the junior heavyweight champion of Angola, you could do whatever you want.
Now, is that title on the line here this evening, Ronnie Reigns?
He ain't got the belt with him, so he's probably saving it for a better opponent.
Doesn't have the belt with him because he was late with some of the payments on it to Metalheads Incorporated. I think that's what happened. Here we see Stevie Richards again interfering in the match. Sets him up for the Stevie bomb. Sanchez sent down hard to the canvas. Cicero doing the smart thing and distracting the referee right there. Johnny Graham has no idea what happened. Cicero very happy, very proud of himself. Down for the cover. He has him here. No, Julio Sanchez showing a lot of resilience, able to kick out at the last split second.
Cicero whips Sanchez into the rope.
Sanchez up and over. Rose Cicero into the pinfall again, only able to get 2. Stevie Richards looking very concerned on the outside. He definitely thought he had him after that Stevie bomb. Cicero for the cover again. A lot of near falls here by Cicero, but not enough to put Sanchez away.
And what do you have to say about that, Ronnie Reigns? Lost for words. That's the first tonight. Thank you, Ronnie, for that interesting commentary.
Hey, don't you be saying stuff behind my back. I had to take care of something, thank you. I was cavorting with your wife, if you don't mind.
No, not really. Today I don't mind. Thank you for asking, though.
Okay, while I'm in the middle of Family Feud right here, I'm going to get back to calling the match because, to the best of my knowledge, Ray Combs is no longer involved in the business.
Oh, you mean you started calling the matches this evening, Devil Dog?
I'm trying to call. There we see a beautiful move by Cicero. I'm trying to call the matches in between bickering back and forth that's going on in the broadcast booth.
Speaking of Ray Combs, he left his career out to hang. Cicero with a series of right hands on Sanchez, whips Sanchez in the rope, a reversal. A duck under by Sanchez, big boot by Sanchez.
Sanchez with the boot, he comes out of the corner, but he's met by a Jimmy Cicero sleeper hold.
Steve Richards not paying attention to the match. His main man, Jimmy Cicero's looking worse for wear here. The hot stuff kick by Julio Sanchez. 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, Julio Hot Stuff Sanchez.
This is an outrage.
Let's see if we see the most devastating super kick in the business, the Stevie kick here tonight.
Wait a minute. Julio Sanchez rolling up Stevie Richards. He got the pin on him as well.
Did you hear that 3 count? That 3 count was faster than Superman flying through a wall.
Well, we talked about would there be animosity between Johnny Graham and and Julio Sanchez certainly hasn't been, as we've seen double victories there for Julio Sanchez. Continues his winning streak, winning the PCW heavyweight title yesterday and 2 victories today.
He's a cheater, obviously.